This is Fix It with Fran doing another little orchid video, and this is the first time I've had this happen to me with any orchid, but this is also the first time I've really been growing orchids as a true hobbyist. So I looked at this earlier today and I noticed that my most recent leaf growth was closed. So this is again another orchid that I got from Lowe's. This is an orchid that I got myself for my birthday. I named her Queen Esther, and beautiful, beautiful blooms that I've had at this point. I got this before my birthday, so this is from November the 12th is when I purchased it. When I purchased it, it was in full bloom. Now, sadly, it did look like these had already blasted before I owned this orchid, but all that being said, I've had this orchid for almost 2 weeks now, because today is November the 23rd that I'm recording this. But the ultimate point of this again is that I noticed that this growth that was on this Vanda orchid was closed, and I did some research online and I saw, I think it was Orchid Girl, who said that sometimes this can happen if a plant is dehydrated. I mean, I did a lot of looking. I was really concerned because I said, it literally looked like a green bean and was closed. And this on the Vanda orchid should always, this is a, I'm going to forget the name, but there's different types of Vandas. There's one type that can be open like this in the V shape. And then there's the terete that's more of a, I think, a tubular, and then semi-terete that's like open V shape, but then more rounded. So that's me trying to recall them that I've been studying, but I will put the official types in the description. But the ultimate point of this is that when I watched one of Orchid Girl's videos, she said that this can sometimes happen as a result of something not receiving enough hydration or not enough humidity in the environment. So I've been watering these twice a day, and whenever I get up in the morning, I water them, and then I might do another soak in the evening. So this is the overall root system. Really good roots, and if I'm about to dip this, they would all come green. But the ultimate point of this is, from that video that I watched of hers, I decided to come home and test it out to see if I could actually split this leaf open. And as you'll see here, I was able to. I'll show you. I used this actual like manicure device, and I used this sharp end, and what I did was that I used it, they said to actually try doing this with a fingernail, which I initially did, and it started to split open until I had this accident here. And that's when I decided to get something that was an actual device, and I used this to split the leaf all the way down. And when I looked inside, it was literally just, nice leaf. So I'm hopeful that this, whenever I hang it back up and continue watering it, because when I purchased this was probably lower down, and I realized when I looked at it one day that it wasn't open. So I'm going to continue watering this, and hopefully, because all of my leaves are really hydrated, there's not any wrinkling on these upper ones. So I don't think it's a result of my care. This probably was something that was going on with the orchid when I purchased it, and I just didn't look at it in enough detail to notice because I was so awestruck by the blooms and the roots. But again, I'll keep watering this, maintaining this, and hopefully we'll see this leaf spread open. I've also seen enough to know that when these are properly hydrated, the leaves will give you a nice wide V shape, and if you notice them starting to narrow, that's a sign to you that you're not watering them well enough. So you'll notice on the rest of these, they're really wide open and really nicely spread. So hopefully this continues and I maintain it well. This is another one of my orchid updates, Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I love my flowers, so hopefully this stays up in bloom for another couple of weeks. But I'll give you an update, and we'll see how this leaf progresses. Thanks for watching.